Our last corporate slot before we move to our panel is Alcidion. I'd like to invite Kate Quirk to the stage.
Thank you, everyone. My name's Kate Quirk. I am the CEO-elect of Alcidion. I say elect because Alcidion announced the acquisition a couple of months now, of MKM Health. MKM Health is a company that I've been CEO of for the last 5 years, and I'm pleased to say at the extraordinary general meeting held just a couple of hours ago, the Alcidion shareholders have approved the acquisition of MKM Health, so I will become in a couple of weeks the actual CEO of Alcidion. So I wanted to give you some background and positioning around what that will mean for the Alcidion group. Got my little slide thing and who we are. We're a healthcare information technology company, so we're using technology to improve patient outcomes. And MKM Health equally has had a similar background in terms of what we've been doing. I've been in healthcare IT for 25 years. So from when I graduated from university, basically what I've done is look at how we can apply information technology to improve the outcomes for patients in the healthcare sector. Alcidion is a technology company that has evolved their technology to using AI, artificial intelligence, and natural language processing to apply that type of technology to disrupt the process of healthcare. So many of you may not know that one of the most unsafe places to be is actually to find yourselves in hospital. And the third largest killer of Americans after stroke and cancer is in fact avoidable risks that happen during the delivery of healthcare in the hospital setting. So what we need to do, and healthcare as an industry has been somewhat slow to use technology in terms of improving the way in which we deliver healthcare. And so we're starting on this, I think, a significant trajectory. You probably all understand that we've got an ageing population. The healthcare system cannot today cope with the number of patients that we actually need to put through and treat. So the platform that Alcidion developed, which is called Maya, is pulling data from all of the disparate systems that are in hospitals today, pathology, pharmacy, bringing that information together, adding meaningful algorithms to it through the use of artificial intelligence, and presenting that back in a bedside device to the doctors, to the nurses, and giving them information that's going to improve what they're doing for those patients in a format that they're used to using. So young doctors today are using phones in the delivery of healthcare. They haven't actually got applications to support them. So do you know what the most used application by a young doctor is? I've lost my hand. A young doctor is in healthcare setting today? It's WhatsApp. So your information by young junior residents is being held on an app, and they're sharing it freely. It's not being connected to the medical records. So it's really important that we present to the people that are actually at the coalface of healthcare information that is usable and meaningful to improve those patient outcomes, and that's what Maya from Alcidion is about. Just quickly, in terms of technology, as I said, we're taking disparate information and we're bringing it together in a meaningful platform. We're using a new interoperability standard called the FHIR, or Fast Healthcare Interoperability Standard. The importance about that is that Alcidion is one of the first companies in the world to actually build a platform that is fully based on the FHIR technology. And we're ahead of Google in terms of where that we're at and being able to pull this through. We recently fully re-engineered the platform to support this. So today we can actually pull information from any system in the hospital. We can apply natural language processing to it, and then we can give the doctors the tools to create their own views of that information. What's really important about that, and to understand the application of that, is if you're admitted to hospital, you get a pathology test. Nearly everyone gets some sort of blood test, and it can give you an indication of whether you've got any initial renal failure. If the doctor then goes to prescribe you one of the most common antibiotics like gentamicin, and they're not aware of the fact that you actually have renal failure, they will actually destroy your kidney potentially within 24 hours. And the implication of that is that you'll be on dialysis for the rest of your life until you get a kidney transplant. So these are simple things that if we can disrupt the point at which the doctor's about to do that prescribing and tell them, well, big red flag, don't do this, you're going to harm the patient, we can change the outcomes for those patients. And that's where Alcidion is targeted. The important thing about with the acquisition is that MKM Health has synergistic product with Maya called Patient Track, and we've done numerous clinical trials on the impact that putting data and technology into the hands of nurses and doctors at the bedside has. It reduces the length of stay, it reduces the number of patients that end up in intensive care. If you go to intensive care, it costs $8,000 a day. You know, you don't have to you can work out very quickly that there's a significant return on investment for introducing this type of technology into the hospitals, and we've been able to prove that through a number of studies from our UK sites. A little bit about who we are. As I said, we're a healthcare technology company. We were listed, Alcidion was listed through an RTO about 18 months ago. We are close to finalising the acquisition of MKM Health and Patient Track. So Alcidion was a company of around 28 people really focused on technology based in Adelaide. MKM Health Patient Track is a company of around 55 people with offices in the UK, Australia and New Zealand. We have a significant customer base of around 80 customers that are currently using our technology that are not using the Alcidion Maya platform. So the idea of bringing these organisations together is that the MKM group has a very significant customer base spread geographically, and we have the opportunity to take the Maya platform into our existing customer base. So the rationale behind this acquisition has been fairly clear to us. We've got significant revenues in MKM Health, and we've been profitable. So again, we're in a fabulous position to take a new technology that has been fully re-engineered and make a difference to healthcare outcomes. Just a little bit about the technologies I've been talking about. The Alcidion product that I talked about in respect of AI and new generation is Maya. And Patient Track is the synergistic product that the MKM has had implemented for the last few years over the UK and in Australia and New Zealand. That Patient Track solution is widely recognised as being a best-in-class patient safety solution, and it works, with the Maya solution to feed it some of the data that we need in order for artificial intelligence and algorithms to be meaningful in healthcare. So today we've got 500 million individual observation sets on patients ready to pull into the Maya platform from our Patient Track database. And I talked a little bit before about WhatsApp. So WhatsApp for docs, we've actually got a product called SmartPage that we also recently acquired that is realistically, it is a clinically proven, electronically acceptable solution to the WhatsApp problem that's going on in hospitals today. So doctors are using their phones on SmartPage to share information, to send tasks and notes back and forth between the care team, but we're capturing all that information and bringing it into the electronic medical record so that if a patient comes back into hospital, if somebody else wants to see the patient, they will actually have access to that information. And all of that's being supported by the skills and capability of MKM Health, which have a strong sales and marketing and delivery capability. Very diverse customer base. All of these customers across private and public sector are ready and available for us. I can't believe how quickly 10 minutes goes. This is a snapshot of Alcidion prior to the acquisition. We've got a board with a long and strong pedigree in healthcare IT. We've been doing it for some time, and we're really excited about the opportunity that we're now presented with the MKM acquisition. The opportunity is significant both in Australia and New Zealand and potentially in Asia. And our strategy as we move forward from here is to consolidate the acquisition, to use the significant customer base that MKM Health and Patient Track bring us, to now grow the Maya platform through a much wider geographical territory with a real focus on improving and increasing our sales and marketing capability in the UK and ultimately into territories like Asia and North America. Thank you.